guys, welcome to another installment of Kavalden's comic reviews. As you can see, I'm a little dressed up. I'm going over my father's for Thanksgiving. Basically, I want to look good. So I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving as well, you know, with their families and so. And I'm doing the review a little early because I'm heading out there soon. So today is going to be an all Deadpool episode. Pretty much is, because that's all it's worth looking at right now. So let's see here. Tonight we're going to be looking at Deadpool 29, Deadpool Team Up 887, Deadpool Pulp number 3, and Uncanny X-Force number 2. So let's get off with Deadpool 29. Okay, this is a funny issue. It is, and it's kind of a conclusion. It's the conclusion to this little saga going on with, I guess, Deadpool and the with Steve Rogers, which is kind of sad because I kind of wanted to see a little bit more. Deadpool proves right off the bat that he can handle anything that top superheroes like can throw at him, like Steve Rogers or the Black Widow. That he can hold his own, pretty much. And the funny thing is, he actually comes up with a plan to stop Gong. I just said Bong. Bong. Funny. Gong. That's even impresses, like I said, he even comes up with a plan to stop Gong. That even impresses Steve. Basically, Steve is surprisingly, I think Steve is aware of Deadpool's abilities. And frankly, instead of showing, hey, no offense, I'm impressed, he tries to just go with the flow. It's like saying, just let him do what he wants. I think basically there's a real connection between Deadpool and Black Widow, but you think with most women there would have been a problem, but not with Black Widow. I mean, basically enough, a few times she's actually okay with Deadpool kind of flirting with her. And she's okay with doing certain other things, but apparently that would distract them from what they were supposed to do. In addition, there is an army of Deadpools in this one. An army of Deadpools. And they're all wearing costumes, and now I want one of those costumes. Not that cheap costume, no. That is not worth mentioning. But yeah, I want one of those costumes, if they have any extras. Let's see here. Also, when did S.H.I.E.L.D. go green and start carpooling and having their agents start carpooling to missions? Literally. I mean, I swear to God, they were driving in a hybrid to Gong's location. They knew where he was and, like, we're driving to a hybrid. We're driving in a hybrid to his location. It's pretty funny. Okay, so Deadpool Team Up 887. I was really hoping this comic would be like one of my favorite Deadpool comics, Deadpool number 37. And sadly, it's kind of not, in a way. For one, Thor doesn't even remember Deadpool in this, which is sad. And I mean, I know that Thor has been through a lot lately, but you would think you would remember the guy who took your powers, used them to play an inning of baseball in a game, and then fly off to Neverland to tell Michael Jackson to knock it off. I was kind of, I mean, he doesn't even, he's like, "I'll vow thee a thief, and thee stealeth. Who are thee?" And like, you don't even remember this guy? I mean, Christ. So I guess after the fall of Asgard, people are thinking they can get rich real quick by looting the remains of Asgard. Therefore, a bunch of fanboys asked Deadpool to loot Asgard for merchandise. What was that? To loot Asgard for merchandise, I guess, so they can have memorabilia or sell it on eBay or something. Somehow in the remains, a professor who's searching the rubble and also trying to get rich quick finds an amulet with a magical person imprisoned in it, and I guess basically, the person's like saying, "I can give you whatever you want," yada yada yada, the whole thing. Basically, person gets free, wants revenge on Thor because it was Odin who imprisoned her in the amulet. So she gets free, and it's basically Deadpool and Thor have to kind of work together to stop this person. The art is a little dull to me, and the only humor comes from Deadpool, and it's okay. This is why I think team ups should be canceled anyway. But speaking of that, Rob Liefeld quoted on his Twitter account that Core was canceled, which kind of sucks because I was really liking Core right now. I'm a little surprised why people were actually going with team up on the vote, because I remember I stated before in a press review that Marvel was asking us to choose between Core and team up to get canceled, and I guess people voted on Core to get canceled. Which is funny, though, considering enough that Core is only supposed to be a 12-issue release. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Either they're going to speed up the books and get it over with, or they're just going to cancel it right then and there. So, moving on to Deadpool Pulp number 3. The art is very dark, and it's very hard to make out who's who sometimes. I mean, there's a fight scene, and I swear, if they didn't indicate the 3 scars in the eyes that it was Cable, I swear to God, I probably wouldn't have known who it was. And however, the story is still good. Somehow Deadpool seems to be involved with cover-ups and things from his past that are coming back to realization, mostly. Plus, Cable gets the shit kicked out of him. I mean it. He gets the shit kicked out of him in this one. Which is kind of a shock, because I would have expected someone like Cable to actually hold his own. I mean, I know in this universe he's a government agent more than his mutant ability version-wise and cybernetics and stuff. But, I would have expected someone of his level as, as an agent to have some kind of field training. But he just gets the shit kicked out of him. Not much in this one, but the final one should have everything in it to make sense and come full circle. It's kind of a little brief. I mean, it mostly seems like a side comic, but this one's pretty good. It's still good, but I think the final issue of Deadpool Pulp will bring everything to light and bring everything to full circle. So, ending out tonight, Uncanny X-Force, number 2. God, this is taking forever to get out. I like this book, but it's taking a long time. So it seems that trust is the main theme in this comic. The team is learning how to work with one another, and they're learning to trust one another. And hoping that they can trust Warren as well, because they're worried about what's going on with him and him switching back between Archangel and Angel because of the influence done to him by Apocalypse. Let's see. We see how the past has affected the team, and seeing how everything that's been going on, they're trying to see about making things better by doing the things that need to be done. The art is nice, and Deadpool is still funny in it, even if he doesn't get that much screen time in the book. I mean, he's in a couple of panels and stuff, but he's funny, but not funny. So I guess you could say, even though he's in this book, he's in the book, but you're not going to separate from more previous members of X-Men and other X-Men books than Deadpool, because he's not really much the main star. He's more like part of the team. So you'll probably get a little bit less Deadpool than you want. But otherwise, it's still a good book, and I'm really looking forward to it to see in the future. But there is one thing I'm a little confused about, and this is the thing that gets me. The new Horseman of the Apocalypse. Apocalypse's horseman, basically. his warriors, his 4 chosen generals. I get the fact that war is like a raging bull, almost, and it makes sense. But a drummer from the Civil War and a geisha and an Arabian Night on a flying carpet are supposed to be, I guess, famine, pestilence, and death. I just don't see these going together too well. I guess it'll explain more in the next book. So that's it for tonight. I'm gonna let it go. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys next week. All right.